Have you ever felt lost in the crowd, a face among millions, a voice swallowed by the din? We live in a world overflowing with information, a constant barrage of stimulation vying for our attention. It's easy to get swept away in the current, to lose sight of what truly matters, ourselves. The search for meaning, for purpose, for our place in this vast universe begins with a single powerful question: who am I? This question echoes through the chambers of our hearts, a quiet whisper often drowned out by the noise of everyday life. We fill our days with tasks, obligations, and distractions, seeking fulfillment in fleeting moments of pleasure or achievement. But true happiness, lasting contentment, can only be found when we turn inward and embark on a journey of self-discovery. This journey is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage to confront the deepest parts of ourselves, to peel back the layers of conditioning and societal expectations that have shaped our perceptions. It demands honesty, vulnerability, and a willingness to face the unknown. But the rewards are immeasurable, for in discovering ourselves, we unlock the key to a life of purpose, authenticity, and joy. The modern world bombards us with distractions, a cacophony of social media notifications, news headlines, and advertising messages vying for our attention. We are constantly plugged in, connected to a digital world that often feels more real than the physical one around us. This constant stimulation can be overwhelming, leaving us feeling drained, anxious, and disconnected from ourselves and others. In this digital age, it is more important than ever to cultivate moments of quiet reflection, to disconnect from the external noise and reconnect with the inner world of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations, to rediscover the beauty of the present moment, the simple joys of being alive. This is where the journey of self-discovery begins, in the stillness, in the silence, where we can finally hear our own voice. The path to self-discovery is not a straight line. It is a winding road with twists and turns, unexpected detours, and moments of profound clarity. There will be times when we feel lost, uncertain, or afraid. But these challenges are an integral part of the journey, for it is in overcoming them that we grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The mirror reflects back to us the image we present to the world, the carefully constructed persona we have crafted over a lifetime. But beyond the surface, behind the masks we wear, lies our true self, waiting to be discovered. This is the self that is not defined by external validation, societal expectations, or past experiences. It is the self that is whole, complete, and perfectly imperfect. Finding this true self requires us to look beyond the superficial, to delve into the depths of our being. It requires us to question our beliefs, challenge our assumptions, and explore the unknown territories of our inner world. It is a journey of uncovering, of peeling back the layers to reveal the authentic essence that lies within. This journey is not about becoming someone new, but rather about remembering who we truly are. It's about shedding the masks, the limiting beliefs, and the fears that prevent us from living a life of purpose and authenticity. It is about embracing our flaws, our imperfections, and our vulnerabilities as integral parts of what makes us unique and beautiful. It is about stepping into our power, owning our story, and living a life that is true to ourselves. From the moment we first open our eyes, we are driven by an innate desire to explore, to find our place in the grand scheme of things. As children, we ask endless questions, our curiosity a boundless flame eager to consume knowledge. But the demands of life can dim that flame, leaving us with a sense that something is missing. We seek fulfillment in material possessions, but the satisfaction is often fleeting. The hunger for something more lingers, a reminder that there is more to life. This hunger is a testament to our indomitable spirit, the yearning for a life with purpose and meaning. The quest for meaning is not a new phenomenon. For centuries, philosophers have grappled with the fundamental questions of existence. What is the purpose of life? What is our place in the universe? What does it mean to live a good life? From the ancient Greeks to the Eastern mystics, thinkers across cultures and eras have pondered these existential dilemmas, offering a rich tapestry of perspectives on the human condition. Socrates, the father of Western philosophy, believed that the unexamined life is not worth living. He argued that self-knowledge is the cornerstone of a meaningful life, urging individuals to question their beliefs and to seek wisdom through dialogue and critical thinking. Aristotle, his student, emphasized the importance of virtue and living in accordance with reason as paths to eudaimonia, a state of flourishing and fulfillment. These ancient ideas continue to resonate today, reminding us that the search for meaning is an ongoing process, a journey of continuous self-discovery and growth. They provide a framework for understanding the complexities of the human experience and offer timeless wisdom for navigating the challenges of life in pursuit of a life well lived. Finding meaning is not about stumbling upon a preordained path or discovering some grand universal truth. It is about actively creating a life that aligns with our values, our passions, and our unique gifts. It is about identifying what brings us joy, what ignites our curiosity, and what makes us feel truly alive. This process of crafting a life of purpose begins with self-reflection. It requires us to look inward and ask ourselves some fundamental questions. What are my core values? What are my strengths and talents? What kind of impact do I want to make on the world? The answers to these questions may not come easily, but they are essential guideposts on our journey. Once we have a clearer understanding of our values and aspirations, we can begin to make choices that align with them. This might involve pursuing a new career path, nurturing meaningful relationships, engaging in creative pursuits, or dedicating ourselves to a cause we believe in. The key is to find activities that bring us a sense of purpose, that make us feel like we're making a difference in the world, however small. In our pursuit of meaning, it's easy to get caught up in the what, the external achievements, accolades, and experiences we believe will bring us fulfillment. But true meaning comes from connecting with the why behind our actions. It's about understanding the deeper motivations that drive us, the values that underpin our choices, and the impact we hope to have on the world. When we align our actions with our values, we tap into a wellspring of intrinsic motivation and satisfaction. Our work becomes more than just a means to an end. It becomes an expression of who we are and what we stand for. Our relationships become more than just sources of companionship. They become opportunities for growth, connection, and shared purpose. The why behind our actions provides a sense of direction and meaning that transcends the ups and downs of life. It helps us stay grounded in our values when faced with challenges and motivates us to keep striving towards a greater good, even when the going gets tough. From the moment we enter this world, we are presented with a myriad of roles and expectations. As children, we are sons, daughters, siblings, students, each label carrying with it a set of predefined behaviors. As we grow older, the roles multiply: friend, partner, employee, parent, and with them, the pressure to conform. We navigate social complexities by donning different masks, presenting the face we believe is most acceptable. But what happens when the masks we wear begin to feel heavy, suffocating, a barrier separating us from our true selves? The journey of self-discovery begins with the courage to confront the masks we wear and ask why we continue to wear them. Our earliest experiences within our families lay the foundation for our sense of self. The messages from our caregivers shape our beliefs about ourselves and our place in the world. Love and acceptance help us develop a secure sense of self and inherent value. Criticism or neglect can lead to internalizing negative messages. We may develop a fear of rejection or a need for external validation. These beliefs influence our choices and relationships. Self-discovery requires examining early influences with compassion. Beyond the family unit, the larger societal context also plays a significant role in shaping our identities. We are bombarded with messages from the media, popular culture, and social institutions that dictate what it means to be successful, attractive, and worthy of respect. These messages often promote narrow and unrealistic ideals, leaving many individuals feeling inadequate or pressured to conform. For women, the societal pressure to be thin, beautiful, and accommodating can be particularly intense. For men, the emphasis on stoicism, strength, and financial success can create a sense of inadequacy or a fear of vulnerability. These societal expectations can limit our potential, stifle our creativity, and prevent us from fully embracing our authentic selves. The journey of self-discovery often involves questioning these societal norms and challenging the messages that no longer serve us. It's about recognizing that our worth is not determined by our appearance, our possessions, or our social status. It's about defining success and happiness on our own terms, embracing our individuality, and celebrating the qualities that make us unique. Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung introduced the concept of the shadow self, the hidden or unconscious aspects of our personality that we often repress or deny. These shadow aspects may include negative traits like anger, jealousy, or greed, but they can also encompass positive qualities that we have deemed unacceptable or undesirable. Jung believed that confronting our shadow selves is essential for psychological wholeness. By acknowledging and integrating these hidden aspects of ourselves, we can become more balanced, compassionate, and self-aware individuals. Denying or suppressing our shadow selves, on the other hand, can lead to psychological projection, unhealthy coping mechanisms, and a diminished sense of self. Confronting our shadow selves is not an easy task. It requires courage to face the parts of ourselves that we may find unpleasant or shameful. It requires honesty to acknowledge the ways in which we may have hurt others or acted in ways that contradict our values. But by shining a light on these hidden aspects of ourselves, we can begin to heal old wounds, release limiting beliefs, and step into our full potential. The journey of self-discovery is ultimately about embracing our authentic selves, the individuals we are at our core, beneath the masks, the roles, and the societal expectations. It's about recognizing that our imperfections, our vulnerabilities, and our unique quirks are what make us special, what sets us apart from the crowd. Authenticity is not about perfection. It's about being true to ourselves, even when it's difficult, even when it feels uncomfortable. It's about living in alignment with our values, pursuing our passions, and expressing ourselves freely and openly. It's about showing up in the world as our full, messy, complicated selves and embracing the beauty in our imperfections. Embracing our authentic selves can be a liberating experience. It allows us to connect with others on a deeper level, to build more meaningful relationships, and to experience a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment in our lives. It's about recognizing that we are enough just as we are, and that our worthiness is not contingent upon external validation or societal approval. The journey of self-discovery is not a destination, but an ongoing process of growth, evolution, and transformation. As we navigate the complexities of life, we will inevitably encounter new challenges, experiences, and relationships that will shape our understanding of ourselves. There will be times when we feel lost, uncertain, or unsure of who we are. These moments of uncertainty are not failures, but rather opportunities for further exploration and growth. They are invitations to delve deeper into ourselves, to question our beliefs, and to redefine what truly matters to us. The key is to approach these challenges with curiosity, compassion, and a willingness to learn and grow. The journey of self-discovery is a lifelong adventure, one that requires courage, vulnerability, and an unyielding belief in our own worthiness. It is a journey that will challenge us, transform us, and ultimately lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. In the relentless whirlwind of modern life, silence has become a rare and precious commodity. We are constantly bombarded with information, stimulation, and demands for our attention, leaving little space for quiet contemplation. Yet, it is in the stillness, in the absence of external noise, that we can truly begin to hear the whispers of our own hearts. Solitude, often misconstrued as loneliness or isolation, is, in reality, a sanctuary for the soul. It is in these moments of deliberate withdrawal from the world that we create the space to reconnect with ourselves, to delve into the depths of our being, and to listen to the quiet yearnings of our hearts. The gift of silence is not merely the absence of sound, it is the presence of something far more profound, an opportunity to connect with the essence of who we are. It is in the stillness that we gain clarity, perspective, and a renewed sense of purpose. It is where we can shed the masks we wear for the outside world and embrace the raw, unfiltered truth of our own existence. In our hyper-connected world, it is all too easy to become tethered to our devices, our minds constantly buzzing with notifications, news feeds, and the allure of instant communication. While technology has undoubtedly brought many benefits, it has also created a barrier between ourselves and the present moment, a constant distraction from the richness of our inner world. To truly embark on a journey of self-discovery, we must be willing to disconnect from the digital realm and reconnect with the world within. This might involve setting boundaries around our technology use, creating designated times for digital detox, or simply being more mindful of the impulse to reach for our phones in moments of quiet or boredom. Disconnecting from the external noise allows us to tune into the subtler frequencies of our own being, the rhythm of our breath, the sensations in our bodies, the flow of our thoughts and emotions. It is in these moments of disconnection that we create the space for true connection with ourselves, with others, and with the world around us. Mindfulness, the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment, has become increasingly popular in recent years as a means of reducing stress, enhancing well-being, and cultivating a deeper sense of self-awareness. At its core, mindfulness is about learning to become fully present in our own lives, to observe our thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. Meditation, a cornerstone of mindfulness practice, provides a structured framework for cultivating present moment awareness. By focusing our attention on the breath, a mantra, or a sensory experience, we train our minds to become more still, more focused, and less reactive to the constant chatter of our thoughts. The benefits of mindfulness extend far beyond the meditation cushion. As we become more adept at paying attention to the present moment, we begin to experience life with greater clarity, appreciation, and a sense of interconnectedness. We become more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations, allowing us to make more conscious choices that are aligned with our values and aspirations. Section 4. Journaling, a conversation with the soul. Journaling. The practice of writing down our thoughts and feelings can be a powerful tool for self-discovery. It provides a safe and private space to explore our inner world, to process our experiences, and to gain clarity on our values, beliefs, and aspirations. Unlike casual conversation or social media posts, journaling offers an unfiltered glimpse into our innermost thoughts and feelings. It is a space where we can be completely honest with ourselves, without fear of judgment or rejection. It is through this process of honest self-reflection that we begin to uncover hidden patterns, beliefs, and desires that may be shaping our lives in unconscious ways. There is no right or wrong way to journal. Some people prefer to write freely, allowing their thoughts to flow onto the page without censorship. Others find it helpful to use prompts or questions to guide their writing. The most important aspect is to approach the practice with an open mind and a willingness to explore the depths of your own being. Section 5. Finding sanctuary in nature. For centuries, poets, artists, and spiritual seekers have found solace and inspiration in the embrace of nature. There is an inherent wisdom in the natural world, a rhythm and flow that connects us to something far greater than ourselves. Spending time in nature, whether it's a walk in the park, a hike in the mountains, or simply sitting under a tree, can have a profound impact on our well-being. It allows us to disconnect from the stresses of daily life and reconnect with the present moment. The sights, sounds, and smells of nature have a calming effect on our nervous systems, reducing stress and anxiety. Beyond its therapeutic benefits, nature also offers us a powerful metaphor for the journey of self-discovery. Just as a seed must surrender to the darkness of the soil before it can sprout and grow, so too must we be willing to delve into the depths of our own being before we can experience true transformation. Section 6. The transformative power of solitude. In a society that often equates busyness with productivity and social engagement with happiness, solitude can sometimes feel like a radical act. Yet it is precisely in these moments of deliberate withdrawal from the world that we create the space for profound personal growth and transformation. Solitude allows us to shed the masks we wear for the outside world and to connect with our true selves, free from the expectations and judgments of others. It is in the quietude that we can hear the whispers of our own hearts, the longings of our souls, and the stirrings of our deepest desires. The transformative power of solitude lies not in its ability to provide us with answers, but rather in its capacity to help us ask better questions. It is in the stillness that we can begin to examine our lives with greater clarity, to identify the patterns and beliefs that are no longer serving us, and to make conscious choices that are aligned with our authentic selves. The path to self-discovery is not always paved with sunshine and roses. As we delve deeper into the labyrinth of our own being, we inevitably encounter shadowy corners, uncharted territories, and the looming specters of our deepest fears. Fear, an intrinsic part of the human experience, is often amplified in the face of the unknown, the unfamiliar, and the seemingly insurmountable. These fears can manifest in myriad forms. The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of rejection, the fear of not being good enough. They whisper insidious doubts in our ears, urging us to turn back, to seek comfort in the familiar, to avoid the potential pain of vulnerability and growth. Yet as daunting as these fears may seem, they also serve as powerful indicators, signposts, pointing us towards the areas of our lives that require our attention, our compassion, and our courage. For it is often in the face of our greatest fears that we discover our greatest strengths. Fear, left unchecked, can become a formidable obstacle on the path to self-discovery. It can paralyze us, preventing us from taking risks, pursuing our passions, and living authentically. It can lead us to make choices based on a desire for safety and security rather than on what truly aligns with our heart's desires. When we allow fear to dictate our decisions, we relinquish our power, handing over the reins of our lives to external forces and limiting beliefs. We may find ourselves stuck in unfulfilling jobs, relationships, or patterns of behavior, afraid to step outside our comfort zones and embrace the unknown. The grip of fear can be subtle, insidious, slowly constricting our lives until we feel trapped, suffocating under the weight of our own unfulfilled potential. But just as fear can imprison us, so too can courage liberate us, empowering us to break free from its constraints and step into the fullness of who we are meant to be. One of the most pervasive fears we encounter on the journey of self-discovery is the fear of not being good enough. This fear often manifests as a relentless pursuit of perfection, a belief that we must present a flawless facade to the world in order to be accepted, loved, and worthy of respect. We strive to excel in all areas of our lives, to be the perfect partner, parent, employee, friend, all the while hiding our imperfections, our vulnerabilities, and our perceived flaws behind a carefully constructed mask of perfection. This pursuit of perfection, however, is a futile and exhausting endeavor. It sets us up for inevitable disappointment, for no one is perfect and life is inherently messy and unpredictable. Moreover, it prevents us from experiencing the true joy of connection, for authentic relationships are built on a foundation of vulnerability and shared imperfection. Section 4. Vulnerability, the birthplace of courage. Brené Brown, a renowned researcher on vulnerability, shame, and courage, has revolutionized the way we understand the human experience. In her groundbreaking work, Brown challenges the conventional wisdom that vulnerability is a weakness, instead positing that it is the birthplace of courage, creativity, and authentic connection. Vulnerability, according to Brown, is not about oversharing or seeking pity. It is about showing up authentically in the world, even when we are unsure of the outcome. It is about having the courage to be seen, to be heard, and to be loved for who we truly are, imperfections and all. Embracing vulnerability requires us to confront our deepest fears. The fear of rejection, the fear of judgment, the fear of not being good enough. But it is in those moments of raw, unfiltered authenticity that we experience the true depth and richness of human connection. Section 5. The power of imperfection. In a society that often glorifies perfection, it can be challenging to embrace our imperfections. We are bombarded with images of airbrushed models, curated social media feeds, and stories of seemingly effortless success, leaving many of us feeling inadequate or ashamed of our perceived flaws. However, it is in our imperfections that our true beauty lies. It is our quirks, our vulnerabilities, and our unique experiences that make us interesting, relatable, and worthy of love and connection. When we can learn to accept and even celebrate our imperfections, we release ourselves from the impossible standards we set for ourselves and others. We create space for authenticity, compassion, and a deeper understanding of the human experience. Section 6. Reframing failure, stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. Fear of failure is another common obstacle on the path to self-discovery. We may shy away from pursuing our dreams, taking risks, or stepping outside our comfort zones for fear of making mistakes, disappointing others, or not living up to our own expectations. However, it is important to remember that failure is not the opposite of success. It is an integral part of the journey. Every successful person has encountered setbacks, made mistakes, and learned valuable lessons from their failures. When we can reframe failure as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We become more willing to take risks, to learn from our mistakes, and to keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough. The journey of self-discovery is not about following a predetermined map or arriving at a specific destination. It is about embarking on an adventure into the unknown, embracing the uncertainty, and trusting that the path will unfold as we go. This can be a daunting prospect for those who find comfort in structure, routine, and predictability. But it is in the unknown, in the spaces between what we think we know and what we are yet to discover, that the greatest opportunities for growth and transformation lie. When we can let go of our need for control, when we can surrender to the present moment and trust in the unfolding of our lives, we open ourselves up to a world of infinite possibilities. We allow ourselves to be surprised, delighted, and transformed by the journey itself. Imagine a world bathed in a new light, a world where the familiar suddenly appears extraordinary, where the mundane transforms into the magical. This is the essence of awakening, a profound shift in perception that ripples through our being, altering our understanding of ourselves, our relationship to the world, and the very nature of reality itself. Awakening is not a singular event, a sudden bolt of enlightenment that strikes us down like a lightning bolt. Rather, it is a gradual unfolding, a gentle yet persistent awakening to a deeper truth that has always resided within us, obscured by the veils of conditioning, limiting beliefs, and the relentless chatter of the mind. This shift in perception can be triggered by a myriad of experiences: a profound spiritual encounter, a deep immersion in nature, a moment of intense vulnerability, or simply a quiet moment of introspection that cracks open the shell of our habitual patterns of thought and perception. At the heart of awakening lies self-realization, a profound recognition of our true nature as something far grander and more expansive than the limited self we have come to identify with. It is the realization that we are not merely our thoughts, our emotions, or our physical bodies, but rather a spark of consciousness, a drop of the infinite ocean of being. This realization is not merely an intellectual understanding, it is a visceral experience that permeates our entire being. It is a homecoming, a reunion with our true selves, the selves we were always meant to be, unburdened by the weight of conditioning, societal expectations, and the illusion of separation. As we awaken to our true nature, we begin to see through the illusion of separateness, recognizing our interconnectedness with all things. We see the reflection of our own divinity in the eyes of every living being, and we experience a profound sense of oneness with the universe. The journey of awakening is often fraught with paradoxes, for it requires us to hold seemingly contradictory truths simultaneously. We are both the limited, ego-driven self and the boundless, eternal consciousness that animates all of creation. We are both individuals on a unique path and interconnected beings sharing a common destiny. Embracing these paradoxes is essential for navigating the complexities of the awakened state. It requires us to relinquish our need for certainty, to embrace the unknown, and to trust in the unfolding of our lives, even when it doesn't make logical sense. As we learn to dance with the paradoxes of existence, we begin to experience a greater sense of freedom, ease, and acceptance. We recognize that life is a mystery, a tapestry woven from both light and shadow, and that our task is not to solve the mystery, but to embrace it fully. One of the most significant shifts that occur during the awakening process is the dissolution of the ego, the false sense of self that we have constructed around our thoughts, beliefs, and experiences. The ego, while serving a valuable purpose in our development, can also become a source of suffering when it becomes attached to its own limited perspective, its need for control, and its desire for external validation. As we awaken to our true nature, the ego gradually begins to loosen its grip. We become less identified with our thoughts and emotions, recognizing them as passing phenomena rather than defining characteristics of who we are. We become less concerned with external validation, finding peace and contentment within ourselves. This dissolution of the ego is not about eradicating the self, but rather about transcending its limitations. It is about recognizing that we are so much more than the sum of our parts, that our true essence is pure consciousness, boundless and eternal. Section 5, Living from the Inside Out. As the ego dissolves, we begin to live more and more from the inside out, guided by our intuition, our values, and the whispers of our hearts. We become less concerned with pleasing others, seeking approval, or conforming to societal expectations, and more focused on living a life that is authentic and true to ourselves. This shift in perspective can have a profound impact on all areas of our lives. We may find ourselves drawn to new careers, relationships, or creative pursuits that are more aligned with our passions and purpose. We may experience a greater sense of ease, joy, and fulfillment in our daily lives. Living from the inside out is not about becoming self-absorbed or disconnected from the world. Rather, it is about showing up as our most authentic selves, fully present and engaged in the tapestry of life. Section 6. The journey continues. The moment of awakening is not an endpoint, but rather a beginning, the start of a lifelong journey of self-discovery, growth, and expansion. As we continue to evolve and awaken, we will inevitably encounter new challenges, lessons, and opportunities for growth. There may be times when we feel lost, confused, or uncertain of our path. There may be moments when the ego reasserts itself, attempting to reclaim its former grip on our perception. But with each experience, we learn and grow, deepening our understanding of ourselves and the nature of reality. The journey of awakening is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, commitment, and an unwavering willingness to confront our limitations and embrace the unknown. But the rewards are immeasurable, for in awakening to our true nature, we unlock the infinite potential that lies within us, and we step into a life of purpose, joy, and boundless love. Section 1. Reflections in Still Waters. As we reach the end of this exploration, the surface of a still pond comes to mind. We've journeyed through bustling cityscapes, navigated dense forests of thought, and confronted the shadows within. Now, a moment of quiet reflection. The journey inward, like gazing into the depths of that pond, reveals not a singular answer, but a mosaic of understanding. Each ripple on the water's surface represents a choice made, a lesson learned, a moment of growth on this ongoing quest for self. The image staring back at us is not fixed but ever-changing, fluid like the water itself. This is the nature of the self, constantly evolving, deepening with every experience. There will be moments of crystal clear clarity, where the reflection shines back with vibrant certainty. There will also be times when the water is murky, stirred by confusion or doubt. Embrace these moments too, for they are part of the natural ebb and flow of self-discovery. Just as a pond needs both sun and rain to thrive, so too do we need the full spectrum of experience to fully blossom. Section 2. The Unfolding Path. The journey of self-discovery isn't about reaching a final destination, but about embarking on the journey itself. It's about finding joy in the act of exploration, in the constant unfolding of who we are becoming. The path forward will have its challenges, its moments of uncertainty, even its setbacks. But within each of us lies an inexhaustible well of strength and resilience. We are capable of far more than we often realize. Trust in your inner compass, the whispers of your heart that guide you towards authenticity and purpose. Embrace the unknown with open arms, for it is in the spaces beyond our comfort zones that we truly discover the depths of our own strength. As you continue on this journey, remember to be kind to yourself. Self-discovery is not a race to be won, but a lifelong adventure to be savored. Allow yourself the grace to stumble, to make mistakes, to course correct along the way. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small, for they mark your progress on this extraordinary path. And never forget, you are not alone. We are all fellow travelers on this journey, each with our own unique stories to tell and wisdom to share. Reach out, connect, and support one another.